Hola! Welcome to another Spanish lesson with Senor Geis. In this video, I'm going to be talking about what conjugation is and also how to do it in verbs that end in AR. So, speaking and learning Spanish is all about communicating. And if you want to communicate well, you need to communicate with a whole thought. And a whole thought is communicated in a sentence. So a complete sentence is defined as a subject and a verb. If you remember, a verb is an action. So the subject is just who is doing that action. Okay? So if we have a verb like bailar, which means to dance, we don't have a full thought there. We need to know the subject, and we need to know who is the one who is dancing in this sentence. So in English, if we want to talk about who is dancing, we're going to take this word to in front of the word dance, and we're going to get rid of it. And we're going to replace it with whoever is dancing. So I dance is a full sentence. We've got the subject, the person who's doing the action, and the action, which is dancing. So I dance is a full sentence. In English, there's a lot of different people we can say dance. We can say we dance. You can say he dances. You can say you dance or they dance. Lots of different options. But the question is, how do you do this in Spanish? So bailar doesn't have the word to in front of it, but we're going to tell who is doing the dancing, who is the one dancing. We're going to say the subject of the sentence in a way that's pretty similar to English. The only difference is it's going to be changing the ending of the word instead of changing the word to. So bailar ends in AR. So if we want to say who is dancing, who is bailando, we're going to take that AR and we're going to chop it off, and we're going to replace it with one of several endings that are possible in Spanish. So if we want to say I dance, the ending we're going to use is an O. So the word bailo means I dance. So we're going to put all of these endings in a grammatical person chart because conjugating depends on what grammatical person you're talking about doing the verb, doing the action. So if we want to talk about, if we want to say we dance, there's a different ending that we'll use and we'll put on the end of bailar. So we'll take off AR and we'll add amos. So bailamos means we dance. If we want to say you dance, we are going to use the ending as. Bailas means you dance. If we want to say you all dance, or you guys dance, or y'all dance, there's a different ending we're going to use, which is ice. So when we say bailais, we're saying you all dance, you guys dance. If we want to say he dances, we're going to use the ending a. So baila means he dances. A minute ago, I said conjugation depends on what grammatical person we are talking about. So if we want to say she dances, she is also a third person singular grammatical person. So we're going to actually use the same ending as he. So baila means he dances, but it also means she dances because they're both third person and singular. You can even use this if you're talking about anything that is singular. So baila would mean it dances also. So he, she, or it dances would all be baila. That is the ending for this third person singular grammatical person. So we've got one more ending left, and that is when we're talking about third person plural things. So they dance, we're going to use the ending an or an. So bailan means they dance. So you can use these same endings for any verb that ends in ar. So we can take the word cantar, which means to sing, and we can say cantamos. And if you look up in our chart, we can see that amos is the ending for first person plural, or we. So cantamos means we sing. Pescar means to fish. So if we say pescas, if you look up at the chart, you can see as is the ending for you. So we're going to replace the word to with you. So we can say pescas means you fish. This is my last example here. Hablar means to speak. So if I say hablo, I'm going to give you a second to try to figure out on your own what this means. Hablo, look in the chart in the top and figure out which person does the o ending belong with. So if you guessed right, you would have said that hablo means I speak. So I speak, hablo. So we have this chart, right? Using this chart is called conjugation, the process of taking the end off of a verb and putting a different ending on the end is conjugation. You are conjugating the verb. So a good definition of conjugation is changing the ending of a verb to say who is doing the action. You change the end of the verb so that you have a whole sentence and you have a subject and a verb, a full thought. Someone is doing something. So if you want to speak and understand Spanish well, it's very important that you are able to conjugate your verbs. Using this chart, being able to conjugate and replacing the endings on your verbs is super important if you want to be understood and understand Spanish.